It's true what they say about rectangular watches. Judging by the absolute dearth or lack of YouTube reviews about this particular watch, you would think it didn't exist. But it does exist, and it's Swiss, and it's beautifully made, and it just hugs the wrist. Let's take a closer look. Hello and welcome to The Perfect Wrist. If you haven't been here before, my name is Paul. This channel is all about finding those watches that fit the wrist perfectly. Also keeping an eye on value, which generally means the pre-owned market. As the years are progressing, I am moving more into watch repairs and servicing. That's a whole area within this channel that I'll be exploring bit by bit, pulling watches apart, servicing them, cleaning them, having a go. So if that's the sort of thing you want to be part of, go on, hit the notification bell, give these videos a like, and even subscribe. It was my dad who mentioned rectangular watches, square watches. He said, nobody talks about square watches, do they? He said, when I was younger, that was a real thing. They were a novelty. They were particularly smart. Square rectangular watches. You never hear about them now, do you? He said, look at this. And he showed me the Frederique Constant catalogue that he got with his watch 20 years ago. Now he said, this is my most reliable watch. It's the best timekeeper. I never have a problem with it. And when he brought it out, it's basically the Frederique Constant Classic Quartz. He loves it. So he showed me the catalogue. Then you get the little booklet you get with a new watch. And he said, look at these, look at these. And it was these, a little range of rectangular dress watches I knew nothing about. Nobody ever mentions them. So I thought I'd get one of those and do a review. He doesn't know he's getting it yet, but this is actually for him. I thought just before I pass it on, do a quick review. You know, when it comes to square watches, when it comes to rectangular watches, there's the usual suspects, isn't there, that everybody talks about. JLC, Reverso, Carrée Tank, or Santos. Then in the micro brand space, you've got Sonar, Main Manhattan. Beautiful, all lovely. But there is also this gem offered by Frederique Constant, Swiss, part of the Citizen Group. Rather than referring to them as owned by the Citizen Group, I would rather suggest that they are backed by the Citizen Group. Just take that in, the sculpting of the bracelet, how the whole thing hugs the wrist. Absolutely every part of it enhanced by that slightly curved, beautiful case, all polished. These watches start at around £795, about $850. For the quartz, there are also automatics that run quite a bit higher than that figure. On the pre-owned market, such as this was pre-owned, you're looking between $400 and $600. Many of them seem to be in Japan. The Japanese do love smart dress watches. Beautifully upmarket packaging with Frederique Constant as well, by the way. That's the inner box there, that's very substantial. Even the outer box has some real class about it. So what are we actually looking at here? Well, this is part of Frederique Constant's classic collection. This is the previous generation. They are slightly different now under the Carrée, I think that's how it's pronounced, range. So it's the same case that they use now. They run a Ronda Swiss quartz, which I know from experience is a very solid quartz movement. So the watch is fully Swiss. Just get a close-up on that dial, which is obviously the star of the show. Beautifully done. I love the cross hatching, the center circle, the way that the Roman numerals stand out, pure white, no messing about, and the minute track in the center there. Slightly raised Frederique Constant logo, which is standard across the range, the Classics collection. So the dial has a sunburst effect when it feels like it. And almost black in a slightly darker room. Let's face it, if a watch doesn't hug the wrist, it can be the best spec watch going, but we're just not going to wear it. Well, that hugs the wrist like a glove. Look at that beautiful case, the slightly curved case shape. That'll fit under any cuff. It's true what they say about rectangular watches. Dimensions are 30mm wide, 45 lug to lug, and 9mm thick to the top of the crystal. That crystal is ever so slightly curved, domed. Fits beautifully in with that case. As a quartz, let's make sure that second hand is hitting every marker. Yeah, it is. The case back is beautifully brushed with some delicate engraving, Frederique Constant, and the 30 meters of water resistance, along with the model name, Depose. The whole thing is polished. When I say that, we'll get to the bracelet in a second, but case flanks polished. This is lightly pre-owned. This is pre-owned, lightly used, and a nice onion style crown. The dial has some lovely facets with the cross hatching to the center and beautiful Roman numerals, Art Deco style all the way around. Unfortunately, there's no loom. That's standard with most dress watches, but I do like loom. The bracelet is bonny, isn't it? It feels weighty, you know. This whole watch feels quite weighty. And the bracelet has this, how would you describe that? It's a sort of, again, Art Deco, I would say. Tapering. Quite severe, really, with some of the way that the bit of aggression to the bracelet there, to the links. Center clasp, butterfly clasp, that feels strong and stiff. What's it like to wear? How does it feel? Well, very comfortable. Perfect weight. Totally wrist hugging. You could wear this anywhere and for anything, other than diving, of course. That feels great on the wrist. The bracelet is comfortable. Any sharp edges to the bracelet there? You would think it, but no, it feels like it has been ever so delicately polished along there. There's no obvious beveled edge, but it isn't a sharp edge. Just that extra, gone that little bit extra with the finishing there. It's lovely, it really is. And it's Swiss. Well, there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. I know I did. I just want to share something that happened in the couple of days between filming and uploading this to YouTube. Although this watch was originally just bought as a gift, I found myself thinking more and more about it. It did play and stay on my mind. And I don't quite know why. I don't know if it was that particular case shape, the way it curves around the wrist. It really connected. I felt like it spoke to me somehow, this watch. I just thought I would share that.